everybody, good morning. Bo's sitting there watching me there. He's like, where are you going, Chad? But anyway, in this video, we're going to talk about really how to handle negativity, how to handle, it could be negative comments, it could be negative people. Maybe you work around negative people. Maybe when you go to work, maybe your boss, supervisors, team leads are kind of negative with you, or you know how it is. I mean, even though it's not right, but lots of times you have a job, you have someone in charge of you, someone you report to, kind of talk any way they want to you. You know what I mean? And they think you can't say anything back to them. No matter how you put it, maybe on social media and how you handle negative people, or you have we call them like the social media trolls, in the comments and stuff like that. But how do you handle negativity? And how do you handle negativity when we talk about manifesting, we talk about success, and this just happened to me. It happens to me if I'm not careful. I mean, sometimes I've talked about this before, where I used to be because I live in Thailand. So when I started to stay more in Thailand, I joined all these like Facebook groups in Thailand. And there's a lot of Facebook groups in Thailand. And you join all these groups because, people tell you, join the groups because people who live there, people who've been there for a long time, they'll give you good advice. And in all these groups, dude, it would just be rattling me up, you know what I mean? Because people would post a question and we wanting to really search out good advice, and you try to give them good advice, and you have all these social media trolls going around either making fun of you, making comments, making side jokes, even trying to say your advice isn't no good, even trying to disprove what you're saying when they don't even live in Thailand. They've never even been out of their country. You know what I mean? Even inside the United States, most people don't even leave the state they live in. But yet they're trying to disprove you on what type of advice you're giving, because they'll jump over on Google and say, well, Google says this. You know what I mean? And I'll give you an example. This has happened, I believe it happened yesterday morning, something like that, or a couple days ago. But anyway, I'm not involved with any of these Thailand groups anymore. Okay, I deleted them all because I didn't feel like, I just felt like it was always putting me in a bad mood. Or you see them and you try to help somebody, or you look through the comments and they'll have like hundreds of comments. And if it's a big group, they'll have hundreds of comments, and you just see people just trying to pick fights, pick arguments. That's what they do. That's what the life is. Yeah, and I'm just like, dude, I'm tired of looking at this stuff. And I just woke up one day, deleted all the groups, deleted my access to the groups. I don't want to see anything from the groups. Like on my Facebook, when I scroll, I don't want to see anything like that. And I kind of did that across my accounts. But anyway, how I got involved with it's not a Facebook group, it was on Instagram. Well, Instagram, what will happen is people will post like a sponsor. They're posting an ad or a sponsor ad, but it will be of Thailand, because I search Thailand a lot because I live in Thailand, so that's like in my algorithm. Then I'm talking about Thailand, doing Thailand videos sometimes, so it's in my algorithm on my computer. So we'll pull up ads on Thailand. Most of the ads are real estate ads, either buying real estate, buying houses in Thailand, renting. So it was an ad, but it was an ad showing this beautiful property, like a European home in Thailand. And I was looking down through the comments. For some reason, I got in a habit, looked at the comments. Then one person commented how for a foreigner, you can't own land in Thailand, which is true. And because I've lived in Thailand for 3 years, I have a Thai attorney. Like, I searched this stuff out because A lot of times I'm an investor, I'm into wealth, I've been an entrepreneur for like 20 years. So, and I worked in finance for a long time. So I know a lot about this stuff. I know a lot about this stuff in the United States. So then you move to another country, it interests you, you know what I mean? You have to know Thai law. You have to know what's going on, you know what I mean? So you don't get screwed. But anyway, I comment and I just comment and say, oh yes, that's correct. A foreigner can't own land. That's kind of the biggest scam in Thailand, or land scams, because foreigners won't know. So then I had this guy, go back and forth with me. Well, you can own land. I said, no, you can't. Yes, you can. And I was like, I was like, okay, the only way you can own land as a foreigner is if you invest 45 million baht into Thailand. Then Thailand may let you own land. It's not guaranteed. It's up to the discretion of Thailand. But you have to invest in a Thailand country 45 million baht. Then he said, well, yeah, then a foreigner can inherit land. And I said, well, I mean, that's, even for a foreigner to inherit land, that's kind of very old school. It doesn't happen too much anymore. Just because Thai law, they want you to, they want to pass land. When you pass land, they want it to go to a Thai. Okay, not so much a foreigner. Now you can a condo. No, I can pass a condo to somebody else, but a foreigner can own a condo. So it kind of depends upon what we're talking about. But anyway, he's going back and forth with me. The next day, another dude jumps into it. But the other dude is just, like attacking me. Like trying to attack my character, trying to make fun of me. Like I don't know what I'm talking about. How it's embarrassing to Thailand. I don't know what I'm talking about. This is another foreigner. And, just one of those guys, you know what I mean? One of those people that think they can get under my skin. That doesn't really work anymore. And, but anyway, I mean, he started kind of like indirectly calling me names, or indirectly trying to say things that push my buttons. But he's doing it smart. But he's trying to do it indirectly. That way, Instagram don't pick it up and, delete his account. Something like that. So, but anyway, we go back and forth a couple times. Okay. But I mean, with that, kind of with that instant a little bit about, someone making fun of you, someone doing wisecracks on you, sometimes doing wisecracks on your business, what you want to do. Most of the time, the reason why it don't bother me anymore, like sometimes I'll have like an instant where, I want to respond. I want to make this right, because I'm human. But then almost immediately anymore, I stop myself. Because what you have to realize when somebody else is making comments at you, no matter where it's from, if it's in person, it's on social media, that's their perception. You have to understand that. That's their perception. Remember, we manifest from within out. They're just showing you who they really are through how they talk and how they comment. They kind of want to pick, they kind of want to pick a fight with you, pick an argument with you, or they want to try to pick an argument with you, especially on social media. They get you to say something inappropriate. That way they can turn around and report you to the platform you're on to try to get your account banned. There's little games people play, and you can't fall for their games. You just have to understand, like, how the laws of the universe work. If you're making fun of somebody else in any realm, okay, you can sit there and say, well, Chad, he's not technically making fun of you. Yes, indirectly they are. Okay, they're trying to put you down, trying to put wisecracks on you, trying to indirectly call you names. What you have to understand is that's their perception of themselves. Okay, it has nothing to do with you, has nothing to do with me. Okay, it's separated from me. The only time it has something to do with me when I make it about myself, when I bring it in and I let it bother me and I fester on it. But what you have to understand is that that how the laws of the universe work. Okay, when they're making fun of somebody else, maybe that other person is more successful than they are. That means they can't have success. When you make fun of somebody else, you can't have what they have. You can't do what they do. You know what I mean? Because that's how the laws of the universe work. When you, it works the same way. If you want your dream car, okay, and you start getting really good at it. Okay, you want your dream car, and you know the make, the model, you know the color, you know the interior, you know exactly what you want, like down to the T to your dream car. Okay, then all of a sudden, you know, you realize, like you look down the road, you start seeing your dream car all over the place. You drive to work, you see your dream car. You just get on a freeway and you see your dream car. You're like, holy crap, I see my dream car all over the place. But the trap that we fall into is that when you see your dream car, right away, and we do this so quickly, we go in our mind and we start thinking negative about the other person. We don't even know the other person. We go in our mind and we think, what does that person do for a living? I bet he rips people off. You know what I mean? That's what we do. You have to catch yourself. Okay, I can do the same thing. If I'm not careful, I can do the same thing. Okay, it's the same thing. When you make fun of somebody else, directly or indirectly, on things that you want in your own life, it's not going to come to you. I want you to understand this. It's not going to come to you. Your dream car will stay far away from you until you realize, until you master this. You cannot make fun of somebody else that has what you want and think it's going to come to you. The universe is going to give it to you. Okay, think about it this way. Why would it bring it to you? Because why? Because you just put an emotional attachment to it. You just went into that feeling state, like Neville Goddard says. And in that feeling state, you hated somebody else who has your dream car. Okay, what you hate can't come to you. Why would it bring it to you? If you hate on somebody else who has what you want. It's the same thing. You want to be rich, you want to be wealthy. Or maybe you want to make $200,000, $300,000 a year. Or you want to make enough money to do whatever you want, no matter what that amount is. But yet, when you go on social media, you hear people constantly make fun of wealthy people. Constantly make fun of people that make more money than they do. Okay, constantly wisecrack on them. And you see their life and you think, well, no wonder they live in poverty. You know what I mean? Because that's how universal law works. Okay? What you hate isn't going to come to you. This is really like a Hawaiian proverb. Okay, the Hawaiian proverb is this. It is blessed that which you want. Okay? You see somebody else with your dream car, you bless that person. You're like, dude, good for him. Good for him. He's driving my dream car. You know what I mean? I mean, bless him. Send blessings to him. Okay? You see somebody living in your dream house. You're like, bless that person. Wow, that's awesome. Okay? You see millionaires and wealthy people. Bless that person. Dude, they worked hard for where they are, how they got there. Okay, bless that person. You don't know that person. I mean, I love it when people comment and they say, well, Chad, you know, wealthy people or rich people are rude and stuff like that. Well, tell me what rich people you know. Most people don't even know a wealthy person. Okay? They think they know them because I know of a celebrity. You don't know that celebrity. Okay? You don't hang out with that celebrity. You just see them on TV. That's not knowing the person. Okay? Most people don't know a real wealthy person. Some people don't have somebody who makes $1 million a year inside their core friend group to really have a big decision. Oh, there's a deer down here. I don't know if you can see it. It's like right there. They're sitting there looking at me. There's two of them. It's just running across the road. Yeah. You probably saw it run across the road there a little bit. But see what the camera picks up there. The light could have blocked it a little bit. But anyway, I was on a good rant there. But that's what you got to realize, my friends, is that, you know, when you do wisecracks, when somebody's trying to nitpick at you online, maybe at your job, they're trying to make indirect comments at you, trying to get your blood to boil a little bit. Like, it has nothing to do with you. It's them. You have to understand this. The better you understand this, the better things won't bother you as much. Okay? Because you know that it's reciprocal to them. It will flip back to them. When they're making fun of me, it flips back to them. Meaning they can't have the life that they want when you make fun of somebody else. It's just not so. So when you understand it has nothing to do with you, it's easier for you to manage that. It's easier for you to not even reply to a comment. It's easy, even if you reply, it's easier for you to reply with, no matter what they say to you, it's easier for you to reply with, dude, that's just your perception, not my perception. It has nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? You can say whatever you want to me, but that's nothing. You have to understand it has nothing to do with me. You know, it's all on you. You know, that's you know, it comes from the inside out. Okay, you're just reflecting what's inside of you. So that's all it is. And once you reflect what's inside of you, that's what you manifest on. That's what comes into your life. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, to kind of wrap this up real quick, you know, one of the things, I was listening to an audiobook a couple weeks ago, and it was an old school. I mean, it was written a long time ago, at least 100 years ago. Could have been longer. But one of the things in the book, and I've already knew this, but since it was so fresh in my mind, that one of the things in the book, it was saying that, you know, if things bother you, stop doing things that irritate you. Stop doing things that bother you. You know, like the example I gave, and, you know, I was involved with all these Thailand groups, and every time I got involved with a conversation with these Thailand groups, dude, it would just make my blood boil, because people will just be so rude in these groups, and they would comment rude, and you're just trying to help out the person who asked the question, and you're trying to give them really good advice. Okay, and you know, I just started feeling like, dude, it's not even good for me to be in these groups. Every time I walk away, I'm just like festering on different comments. So I just deleted myself from that. I removed myself from all these groups. Okay. And I don't see comments. I don't see anything from these groups anymore. I mean, it's the same thing. It's the same thing a little while ago. This is a while ago, but you know, I kind of, you know, I was like watching YouTube, and I got addicted to this one YouTube channel that always talks about, you know, Thai women and Thai scams and Thai women scams and stuff like that. And they would tell stories, and the stories are true. Okay, it's not that they're giving false information, but the whole branding of the channel is Thai scams, Thai women scams. So I get addicted to all these stories, you know what I mean? But then, you know, once I fester on these stories, I start thinking negative about my Thai girlfriend. You know what I mean? You start thinking negative because you're festering on it. That's what you're watching, your subconscious mind. You know what I mean? So then I just, you know, stop watching that channel. You know, and that's what you got to do. Like, things that bother you, is remove yourself from it. Because once you remove yourself from things that are constantly triggering you, you're fine. It won't happen overnight. You're fine. That your life will gradually get happier and happier and happier, and you'll start manifesting easier, because you're doing more things that lifts your vibration. You're doing more things that give you joy and keep you happy. And that's really the goal here, is start realizing things that trigger you and remove them. I mean, that's the easiest way. We have a truck coming right there. Step off here, then we'll wrap this baby up. But other than that, my friends, you know, blessings to you. Comment below. Love to hear from you. See where you're at. What's working for you, not working for you. If you believe this stuff or not. But anyway, blessings to you. Remember, I love you guys. And I'll see you in the next video.